Let's talk about dog owners and how they screw with the human language. Controlling words, controlling minds. So there's the word love and the word trust. So dog owners say they trust their dog more than a human. They got all kinds of T-shirts and slogans, and they're taking this word trust and just polluting it, butchering it, and using it the wrong way. Trust is something that you earn. You know, you might earn trust by borrowing your friend's car and you bring it back with a tank of gas, and or maybe they earn your trust by babysitting your house and taking care of stuff for you while you're gone. All kinds of stuff like that that dogs can't do. You know, the granddaughter might earn trust by taking care of business for grandma, maybe taking care of some of the young kids or something. Dogs can't do that. Trust with a dog, that's just a narcissist sociopath way of controlling another creature that you own. Okay, that's what they're turning trust into. So whatever's going on with your dog, it's all about the confines of you, your house, your car, your insecurities, how much money you have or don't have, all the friends you have or don't have. Whatever happens with that dog, it's all about you creating control and structure and function for the dog. That is not trust. And more in society, we don't create boundaries and controls for dogs. You know, society is like one big retractable leash for dogs. We let the dogs go do whatever they want, no trouble, no repercussions. Then we bring them back, and then we say we trust them. You know, people say they trust their dogs, but look at all the doggy daycares that we have to have. Look at all the pet sitters that we have to have. You really trust your dog? Put your dog in your car. Turn the ignition on. Put him in there by himself. Do you think there's a good chance he might accidentally hit the gear shift and drive your car right through a freaking semi truck or something else? Yeah. Leave the front door open on your house and put $600 underneath of your roast beef sandwich on your coffee table. The dog's going to eat the sandwich. The money's going to blow all over the place. Then the dog's going to eat the money too, because it's going to have roast beef drippings on it. And then the dog's going to run around the neighborhood and shit that money out in other people's yards. You know, so all this stuff about I trust my dog more, that doesn't mean anything. It's always a zero sum. It's always an adversarial thing. People don't just say, well, I don't really trust my dog with this, and this, but I know that he won't tell on me if I do something bad. You know, a dog is not a trustworthy thing. A dog is more like a partner in crime that if you keep giving it a bunch of freaking food, well, it probably won't tell on you for whatever you did, you know. You can cheat on your wife, you can slap the crap out of your little boy, you can abuse people verbally and physically. Your dog will never tell on you, you know. You can steal money from work and embezzle funds. Your dog will never tell on you. So a dog is not a trustworthy person. A dog is more like uh, a partner in crime for a sociopath or narcissist. And if you look at all the dog attacks out there, and that really makes a lot of sense. But the next word is love. So, how do dog owners express that they love their dog? It comes from that trust earlier. They say they trust their dog to do all those things, right? But then those dogs don't do those things. They break the trust all the time. They eat the couch, they run away, they have a huge vet bill, they bite the neighbor's dog, they eat a hole in the brand new love seat. But then what do the dog owners do? It's the whole zero game thing. They come talking about, well, my dog pissed all over my floor and I lost my $1,000 deposit on my apartment because he ate a hole in the door, and now I can't afford tires for my car, and I'm a poor single mom, but I still love him. I still love the guy. Dogs are constantly pulling expensive bullshit, and then people will equate them losing emotional, financial, property, resources. They will equate that zero sum into love. To them, if their life sucks more and more and more because of owning a dog, that proves that they love the dog, even though what the dog really did was just break a bunch of that quote unquote trust from before. And so now the dog owner is going to expect that type of love and that type of trust also from all of the humans. So if you're a person that wants to be in the group of love and trust, you have to be like a dog. You have to be controlled. A dog owner is so used to treating something in their life with trust and love that they don't know anything different. So, as a human, when you meet a dog owner, now you are propagating this too. Here's an example from my life. I know a married couple, actually know several married couples that have a similar story, but they have a dog that belongs to their son, a yellow lab, and the whole thing was they're going to raise the yellow lab, and then it's going to be, the responsibility of the son. And that's kind of how it worked. Every time I was at their house, it's like, put the dog away, we have company, right? And well, they got a dog. The wife got a big, goofy, dumb mutt dog off of like Marketplace or something that was being given away. And the husband has confided in me a few times about he hates that the dog is constantly jumping in the bed. His wife baby talks the dog, coaxes the dog into bed. The dog is always running around on the table, or not on the table, but underneath to beg for treats. And this is a family where you go in their house, you wipe their feet, you take off your hat. When it's time to sit at the table, they typically say a little prayer, a little thank you for this beautiful meal. He says thanks to his wife and stuff like that. But the dog gets to get away with all this crap, running under the table, begging for treats. And the husband, he doesn't like it. And he's talked to me about it a few times. But when I talk to him, when I give him suggestions about how he should bring this up with his wife, all of a sudden me and him are at odds. He expects me to just pretend that the dog is okay, just like he does. And this happens all over in society. So if I want to feel like he trusts me, then what I need to do is be controlled by his wife the same way that he is being controlled by his wife. Even though he complains about the presence of the dog, if I start to talk about it or even make a joke about it, like, no wonder you're not getting anybody, your dog is laying between you and your wife, he will get really irritated with me. Even though I've known him for a long time, and we joke about all kinds of stuff that other people might think is rude. But that is an example of how it is in society. When dog owners adopt this butchered and stupid version of love and trust, they also expect everyone else in society to be that way. When they look at a person that they want to trust, they don't want to build trust and build love and make all kinds of great memories. They want to have like little data points that you have to agree with on them 100%. And if you don't, then they don't love you and they don't trust you. It's the same bullshit game that they're playing with their dog. And so this whole butchering of the love and trust by dog culture, it's just it's terrible. It starts like when you're born. It's little kids born into dog loving families. They have to pretend to be not afraid of dogs. They have to adjust their life. They have to stifle all of their little liberties of running around the house and doing what they want to do when they're little kids because the presence of the dog. It's just a zero sum game. Like, my friend even told me one time that his wife said, if you love me, you would let me have a dog in the bed, because they have fought over it before. And so his wife is equating love to them suffering a sex life. Like, they're both very affectionate people. When they ever hung out with me, like we've gone sledding and hiking and met outdoors before, they're affectionate. They hold each other's hands. It's not uncommon to see them kiss each other. Like, I saw them in the store one time and they were holding hands and gave each other a kiss. So they're affectionate people, and having that dog, right there between them, that's not good for them. But the wife equates him loving her to him giving up the sexual and affectionate contact that they would have in order to have the dog in. So you see how it's like a zero sum game? It's not true love, it's not true trust. Dog owners, they have all this stuff that they say they trust their dog to do, which you can't ever trust a dog to do. And then if the dog fails, or if the dog costs a lot or shits on the floor, whatever, then they will just say, oh God, the dog did this and that, but I love him because look at me, look at how dirty my house is, look at how I lost sleep, like the YouTube channels where they sleep with their dog and they're constantly waking up, you know. So yeah, love and trust is being completely butchered by dog culture and dog owners. And what other words and concepts do you see being butchered by dog culture?